What up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. I greet everybody upon this evening. You know what I mean? We have another conversation, you know what I mean, in reference to money. I raised the question, does money bring happiness, sadness, or whatever? You understand that? Y'all know my disclaimer. Y'all know my disclaimer. I'm not a pastor, preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church, so please do not lay claims of those titles on me. I'm just a YouTube content creator. That's it. You understand that? This is 100% my platform. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, shout out to all my moderators out there, you know what I mean, for helping, assisting with certain things. I definitely appreciate that. It's very encouraging, you know what I mean, to the people out there who come on, check out the videos, the lives and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, I'm very thankful for sure. All right. Shout out to everybody who's going to join us live now, in the middle, and those who are going to catch it when it uploads to YouTube. We're not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement, or any type of privacy guidelines at all. All right. So we're going to get into it. You understand what's up to everybody out there? You know what I mean? I hope everybody had a wonderful day. Whether you worked, you went to school, you stayed home, or you're just lazy collecting from the government. Shout out to y'all. You understand that? Shout out to all the haters, the lowriders, the screen recorders. You know what I mean? Them screen recorders is out there. I see you. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody checking this video out. For sure. Even YouTube. You know what I mean? Who don't send out all my notifications to all the subscribers and whatnot. You know what I mean? What's up to Christopher Span? Shout out to you. What's up to Tasha? Shout out to you. What's up to Drago? Shout out to you. What's up to Paris? Hope all is well. You know what I mean? Let me see where we at. Let your light shine. Let your light so shine, excuse me. What's up to Wesley? You said it depends. You said, did the devil give you that money? He says, well, you know what comes with that. He says, hell. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. You know, did the devil give you that money? Now, what do you mean by that? You understand? Because a lot of companies we work for, you know, we got people in position who are of the devil. You understand that? So what do you mean by that? Drug money, lottery? What do you mean by that? A person stealing, robbing a bank? Let me know. Right? What's up to Maddie? Shout out to you. What's up to Devon? Helena, shout out to you. What's up to EFP Media? He says, greetings, Tony. And all in the chat, he says, God bless. Money and happiness. I'd say it depends also. You understand that? Some people, well, a lot of people may say, listen, we all need money. That's true. It's needed. You know what I mean? Can it bring some happiness? Some. It could bring some, because some people may be backed up in bills, backed up in rent, backed up in mortgage. They need food in the house. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden they get a blessing. Of course you're going to be happy. It's going to bring happiness during those type of times. EFP says money can bring limited happiness, and it can bring pain, and it can bring joy. Pain. Pain. You know what I mean? Lord forbid a family member pass away. You know, you got the brothers and sisters fighting on who's going to get the money. Fighting over the life insurance policy. Fighting over the will or the house. You know what I mean? No, grandma left the house in my name. No, she didn't. I was here with her when she was sick. They fighting. You know? So you're right. You know what I mean? Folks out there got wills. and the person may have left it in one person's name. You got brothers and sisters and aunts, especially if it's like $10 million. Oh, you know they're going to fight over that. $20 million, mama done left on her will for one son, whether it's 10, oh, they fighting. You know? What's up? EFP says, I think I read that one. Drago says, money gives you wiggle room. What's up to Freddie? Wesley said, drug money, lottery, thieving, or any way of you getting that money that's in contradiction of the God's holy commandments. Well, I'd say that's probably because some people lack knowledge in that department. You know what I mean? But for those who know, you know what I mean? Those who know, especially with the lottery. I played the lottery one time in my life. One time at the age of 19. I almost won it too. You know? I wouldn't have told nobody. I don't play the lottery. I don't gamble. You know what I mean? I don't bet. But it could be tempting for a lot of people. You know? You know, grandma and auntie and them used to play the lottery every day. The pick 3. Every day. Sometimes back in the day they used to run street lottery. I know some of y'all seen Dead Presidents. You know what I mean? Y'all seen that movie. Running numbers. You know, folks remember that back in the day. Folks running numbers. All right? Somebody said they're guilty of playing the lottery. What's up to Roxanne? Shout out to you. EFP. What's up to David B? EFP says money gives you access to a certain life. Life luxuries are beneficial. We just can be attached to them. You says can? Oh, you meant can. Let me know. Levy says, I see a lot of my IG followers post that money buy them happiness because they can't do nothing without it, like going on a vacation. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of people. Instagram, Facebook, flashing money. You know, like the entertainers. They get like a stack of money and put it to their ear like they're talking on the phone. Idiots. You understand? A bunch of idiots. You know, some people take their whole savings account out the bank just to post it on the internet. You got a lot of people like that. You understand? Just to show off. Let me take my money out the savings account. I got about $3,000. Let me get a couple hundreds, but I want the rest in singles. Put the hundreds up front and 100 in the back so I can make it look like I got a lot of hundreds. So you got a bunch of foolish people out there. You know? SS says, if you spend it on the woman that love you, I mean, hey, if it's somebody you courting, if it's your wife, I mean, hey, I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? As long as she ain't no gold digger. You know, if it's for your wife, if it's from somebody you courting, want to marry, you know what I mean? You want to, you know, send her some Uber Eats, some chilies, some Red Lobster or something. Hey, that's fine. You know, you go out on a date, bowling. You know what I mean? A nice, safe date, bowling. You know, nothing wrong if you're paying for it. Even if you got a coupon to save some money. You understand? Hey, you saving some money there, you know? What's up? I don't care. If I got coupons, I'm going to bring it on a date. I don't care. I'm going to save me some money. You hear me? You know? Imagine that. Bringing coupons on a date. I'm going to save me some money. You hear me? Tasha says, I confess I'm guilty of gambling. I mean, hey, As long as you're being honest. Nothing wrong with that. You know? Yeah, P funny. David P says money can give you access to the best health care. Yeah. Yeah, I mean some people get good health care from their jobs, right? All right, Levy says they'll fight you for about it, especially them older folks. Yep, Paris says money definitely give you a freedom to do many things. I agree. Tasha says stock market is like gambling. Nah, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't know who said that. You know what I mean? Stock market, you're just simply buying shares from a company. For example, Apple could have 10 billion shares, you know? So if you decide to buy one, which is probably around $250 for a share, you know what I mean? Basically, you're investing a small, teeny, weeny bit of ownership in that company. But if you have the money to buy half of the shares, then you might have more of a elevated level of ownership to that company. You know what I mean? So investing in companies in the stock market is not like gambling. You know what I mean? Gambling is like I'm betting on the 49ers to beat the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Stock market is I'm going to invest in a share with the NFL or with the NBA or with Apple or with Microsoft and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You just got to be smart. Of course, which company? You know what I mean? A lot of people in holiness got to be careful what company you invest in. You know what I mean? Because if this person is a skittle or anything like that, and you know for a fact, you know what I mean? Either you're going to take ownership and maybe change some around if you got the money for it, or think twice about it. You know? But stock market, nah. Whoever said the stock market, investing in companies and buying stock shares is a sin. You know what I mean? They just too over righteous at the end of the day. I guess it depends on which company it is. All right. David B says we can't let financial gain control us. The love of money is what destroys us. What's up, the AG? You said money is just a tool. You can be happy with it or purchase things that make you happier. I agree. What's up to Robin Harris? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. What's up to Anthony Nelson? He says, can you imagine living in a world without money? Christopher Span says, greetings, brothers and sisters. Tasha says, buying shares, but you can lose too also. It all depends. When people download these applications like Robinhood and all this other stuff, you can also invest stocks on Cash App. You got to research the company out. You know what I mean? You got to be smart about it. The thing is that some people put all their money into the stock market. I mean, is a main reason why a lot of them folks are rich. You know what I mean? So imagine putting $5,000 into a company. You know what I mean? And it goes up 50 cents. Now, each share that you buy, that share that you bought is going to go up 50 cents, depending on how much shares you bought. You know, so it goes up. Even if you put $1 million and it goes up a penny, do the mathematics on that. So some people do that for a living. But, like you said, you can also lose. What happens if the stock market crash? You know what I mean? Back in the 1920s, the stock market crashed and people unalive themselves and stuff like that. You know? If a company's stock go down and a person lose everything, there's some people that unalive themselves because they put everything. They put stuff from their house. They put their whole savings, checking, everything into the stock market. I wouldn't recommend that. If I got $10 million, I'll probably just put in $500,000. You know what I mean? But some people are just greedy at the end of the day. You know? What's up to Shelly House? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. AG, Shelley House says, I grew up doing bookie numbers because my father was a big bookie man, and we used to count the slips for him. Yeah, I remember those days. You know what I mean? Hearing about that type of stuff. What's up, the prodigal son? Shout out to you. Henry Ross says, God is your happiness. Money is a temporary thing. It will soon end. It soon will end, excuse me. All right, EFP says, can everyone take a moment? Okay, appreciate that at EFP. Levy says, investing in stocks is totally legal. Just have to do your research. Absolutely. Just don't get involved in those Ponzi schemes and e-commercial schemes. You remember that stuff from back in the day with people was doing like MCA? You know, I forgot what it's called. Can somebody help me out? You know what I mean? The stuff with like MCA. It was another one. You get into this little company. You bring on 5 people. You make money from them. They bring on some people. You make money from those people. That nonsense back in the day. If anybody can remember that thing, I forgot what it's called. And maybe the Ponzi scheme you're talking about, you know, at Levy. Prodigal Son says 50-50 on this topic. It brings balance. Henry Ross says, I hear the stock market is crashing now. No, I don't think so. Maybe certain companies, you know what I mean? That's why, you know, Levy said, you know, you got to do your research. You got to do your research on, you know, different companies. You know, a lot of people like to go with the popular companies to invest in. I mean, that's cool, but it's still small companies that, you know, may grow. It may be a small company that's starting out. The stock might be $5. You never know, in 10 years, it might go up to $200. Meanwhile, while you got a bunch of shares from when you bought it for $5, now each share is worth $200 after 10 years, you know? But one has to be careful, and like Levy said, do your research. All right? EFP says, I work hard for my life because I like nice things, but I'm not materialistic. And that's cool. You know what I mean? If a person is working and they like to work and they just want nice things and stuff like that, listen, I'm that way. You know what I mean? I'm that way. You know, I like nice things and stuff like that. But, like you say, you're not materialistic. Some people might get it all twisted up, you know? So I definitely agree with you on that one. At EFP, Shelly House says, people in my family lost over $1 million between 2 people in the stock market when COVID-19 hit. Anthony Nelson says, some people believe that people will have chips and implants in their arms or hands to buy anything in the possible future. Well, I really don't want to go into that because that's going to turn into like a Bible debate, a Bible discussion and stuff like that, you know. But I have heard of that, and I have seen videos on the RFID chip. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we start talking about stuff like that, somebody here who's a truth of God hater, they're going to start going into the scriptures and they're going to want to go back and forth, you know what I mean, with their nonsense, you know? And I believe that's in the book of Revelation or something like that, when it speaks on something what you're saying, all right? And I think Gino talked about that in his Mark of the Beast video. Aaron Michaels says, money brings comfortability and the pleasant mind of not worrying, but it doesn't bring complete happiness. I agree with you on that one. It doesn't bring complete happiness. All right, Shelly House says, people used to do those Ponzi schemes back in the day. Yep. Wesley says, high quality, good quality stuff, gotta have money. Drago says, my wife knows, I just want the bills paid. Don't buy me nice things. Pay the bills. Pay the bills. Got that right. You know, got to make sure that electricity is paid, gas bills is paid, the rent, all the mortgage is paid. You know what I mean? So I'm with you on that. Let me see. Shelly House says, do you think people should keep money on hand in the house just in case the banks go down? Well, you hear little stories about the banks are going to go down and all this other stuff. Man, me personally, I don't pay no mind to that type of stuff at the end of the day. I don't. You know what I mean? I really don't. They've been saying that for a very long time, and it still didn't happen. You know what I mean? So people will conjure up, you know what I mean, certain things like that just to try to get something going, for the most part. I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, if things go down, you know what I mean, hopefully there'll be some recompensation for that at the end of the day. You know, but there's probably some people who keep a safe and stuff like that of cash in their house and stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, personally, I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know, all right. What's up, GV? Shout out to you. Mr. Hero says, what's up, everybody? Money is a necessity. He says we need it to trade for what we need. And he says, amen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Levy, you said they still doing it, those schemes, especially on IG, those life coaches, fitness coaches, IG preachers, IG models, and influencers. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, they're doing it in a different way. You know, you got these stupid people, and one person who I personally knew from grammar school. You know, they hit me up on Facebook. They said, you got Cash App. You know what I mean? I can send you some certain amount of money. You know what I mean? They start going on with their foolishness like this and like that. Would I look stupid? You know what I mean? So they doing these little things. Oh, you want to make $2,000 in 5 minutes? Really? If that's the case, why you ain't rich? Why you hit me up? Huh? Why you hit me up? Why? You know? So there's a lot of people trying to get over. Trying to get over. Right? David B says, the thing with having a lot of money is that you can't trust many people. I agree with you. I agree, because a lot of people is only around that person because of the money. You know? Get back to some more comments. What's up to Herb Wise, GV? EFP Media says only 500K is insurable. Oh man, Aaron Michaels. He said it's good to invest in gold and silver just in case something funny goes down with the U.S. Federal Reserve notes. Only 500K is insurable. Well, Shelly House, I'd say yes. I didn't know that. So if I got 50 million in the bank, I'm not going to tell you how much I would keep in my house, or where I would keep it. You know, but hey, if that's the case, or some people put their money in different banks. Some people might go have their money in 15 banks. You know? All right. Shelly House says last year Bank of America in Boston closed for 3 days and we couldn't get our money out. And that taught me to buy one of those big safes. Hey. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? What's up to Tyree Lewis? He says, I don't care about money. We can't take it with us. Just have to do right by money, by giving back to God is due, and take care of your family and then yourself. I don't care if I'm broke, as long as everything is taken care of, I'm just fine. You wrote. EFP is laughing. You said 2005 minutes. Oh yeah, you had some people hit me up like that. You know what I mean? Oh, what's your Cash App? You know what I mean? What's your Cash App name? What's this? What's that? Why? So you get information to try to, get it out of me, get my money? No way. You understand? What's up to Ernest Beard? Shout out to you. Levy says, having money keep the fake friends around. You're right. You know what I mean? I always say, listen, if I'm a millionaire, I'm not telling nobody. I'm going to wear the same clothes over and over. I ain't telling nobody. I ain't wearing no iced out jewelry. I ain't riding no Rolls Royce, nothing. You know what I mean? But I do know if the media gets a hold of a person's salary, they'll put it out there, just like how they do the athletes. You know what I mean? Oh, Deion Sanders signed another contract. Stephen A. Smith, he signed a $100 million contract with ESPN. I wouldn't want my salary out there, but that's how it is when you hitting them M's like that, and in the public's eye, or if you hit the lottery, even if you are getting an inheritance, and somebody in the media find that out, your business is gonna be out there. You know what I mean? It's gonna be out there. You know? All right? The one that says, I like what Brother Jennings said. He said, you can have nice things, Bentley, etc. Just don't let it own you. Amen to that. You know? David B says, I don't need to be wealthy as long as I'm able to provide financially for my family. Then I'm good. Wonderful. What's up to John Smith? Prodigal son. Sion. Aaron Michael says, the best riches you can have is guarding your health. When your health goes, you don't have the energy to chase that money. All right? Herb Wise says you can't take that money when you leave here, but you definitely can leave it to your kids and grandkids. Shelley House says, after I pay my bills, I begin to bless others. As this is how I was raised to give back. Now I'm not rich, anyone. Anthony Nelson says, I would love to invest in a farm of chickens and goats with a lot of fruit trees and a garden just in case things get really bad in the U.S. 40 acres without the mule. Hey, do your thing, you know. Tyrese says, having God's word in us is the best wealth in the world. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have God, you're poor. You wrote. Right? Sion says, absolutely, health is very important. What's up to M. Maxwell? Shout out to you. Levy says, why do people like using other people's banks account to defend them? That's funny. He said, what's that? What you mean, Levy? Oh man, prodigal son says a lot of people having riches and their health is deteriorating. Yeah, you're right about that. David B says, have you seen Stephen A. nephew? He wears a We Rich hoodie. No, I haven't. We Rich. Wow. We. Stephen A. worked for that. I don't know about him. Unless he was in the background on his team. But Stephen A. did all the work. You know, him and his team. And that's good that Stephen A. got that $100 million contract. You know what I mean? He worked hard for it. You know, he's a good sports analyst. You know what I mean? Smart, clever. So, hey, kudos to him, man. You know, he deserved it. You understand? So he's doing his thing. And, you know, pretty sure a lot of us watch Stephen A. Smith dealing with sports and things like that. You know? All right? Aaron Michael says, but money is important because your rent needs to be paid. Nobody wants to be homeless. I mean, that's true. Well, I don't know, because some people opt to be homeless on the outside. Some people go astray from their family. They just go out there and just be homeless. They're not gonna pay no bills, nothing like that. You know what I mean? The pressures are sometimes the pressures of life upon people. They go astray. They run away from their family. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Herb Wise says you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't know what to do with it, it's compared to being broke. Dewana says the net worth that comes up for Gino on Google, is that a lie? Listen, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in that man's pockets or anything like that. If it's true, I don't know how much Google is saying. They saying that Gino net worth was $10 million. If he got it, hey, God bless him. If he don't, still God bless him. You understand? The man got $50 in his bank. Hey, God bless him. But the thing is, people. It's a video on YouTube also when somebody's talking about his salary, how much he is worth and stuff like that. People gonna conjure up things, and what have you. You know what I mean? Although Gino always talk about, he's into real estate, he's into selling cars and stuff like that, and these folks still say stuff like that. What you in that man's pockets for? You understand? So that's what some of these YouTubers out here do. People in Wikipedia, people in Google. Well, I can't blame Google because people give them that information upon certain individuals. You know what I mean? So me personally, I mean, I don't know because I'm not in that man's pockets. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? He might have had an inheritance somewhere. I don't know. You understand? So, hey, if you got 20 million, 50 million, $5 in the bank, whatever, more power to him. But you know how social media is, man. They think when the IUIC was surrounding the church, they called him a drug dealer or something like that. All right? Tyree Lewis says, when you get the understanding of all that, all of the things we have and hold on to will burn up. It's just not worth your life to only focus on money. EFP says rent is expensive, especially in Raleigh. I heard about Raleigh, Durham. You know what I mean? But it don't compare to New York. No. It don't compare to New York. It don't. You understand? It don't compare to New York. You know what I mean? Money is a necessity, like one of y'all said it. One don't have to love money, but you got to pay that rent. You got to pay that mortgage. If that rent $3,000 for that one bedroom, and that 8 hours at work ain't helping you, guess what you got to do? Work some overtime. You understand? Work some overtime, do some lift. You know what I mean? Hey, if it's too much for you, you might have to merge over to Jersey if you're in New York. Renting's high up in, up north. It's high. Especially in New York. All right? EFP says, oh man, I would cry every day if I had to pay $3,000 in rent. $3,000. $3,000. I mean, but a lot of them are like doctors, lawyers, presidents of corporations and stuff like that. So $3,000 a month to them is nothing. But this is why a lot of people are coming to the South. You know what I mean? They're coming to the South because it's more affordable. The quality of homes is better. You understand? You in New Jersey or New York, you might be in a house that you're renting out, probably built in the 1940s. You You know what I mean? There's a lot of people from up north coming to the south. This is why Charlotte is getting overpopulated. You know, but I get it. I get it. You know? Let's see. Henry Ross says, if Dunk would bankroll, you would. He says, would y'all take it? What you mean? Bankroll. What does that mean? I don't know what you mean, Henry Ross. Mr. Hero says, why do some compare money to bread or cheddar? Well, I mean, back in the hood and stuff like that, you know, that's just another urban term for money. You know, some people say chicken. Some people say cheddar, chicken, bread. You know what I mean? Guap. Some people say racks. Racks on racks. You know what I mean? A stack. They use all type of terms for money. You know? Cheddar. Me personally, I don't know why. I don't know why they use that. But you know how people are. You know, they try to use certain words to try to make certain things sound cool. You know? This is how I'm gonna say mainly the us's do. Mainly the us's. You know what I mean? They find some of the stupidest terms to try to make it cool for something. And we gotta admit, a lot of us may use those terms. You know what I mean? Because we grew up in an environment like that. You know? Christmas Span said, times is rough and tough, but I thank God for building character in me, and that I'm able to ensure. Being responsible and making sure your family is good isn't for the weak. You says, that's what it cut off at. I don't see what else you wrote. Prodigal Son says, all these people have millions and they have mental problems or unaliving themselves. Wow. Harry Wise says, pocket watching is crazy. Yep. David B said he did talk about it in a sermon. Appreciate that. Yeah. Pete Levy says, I get turned off when people talk about how much money they have. Why is it so important? Excuse me. Why is it that so prominent in the black community? To show off. You know what I mean? They want to feel like they, you know, they want to have their chest poked out. Yeah, I got the iced out chain. I got this. I got that. Look at the rollie. It's about 75. You know what I'm saying? Got the iced out doggy like DMX. I got the Allen Iverson earring. You know, 30 racks. You know, something light. Something light. I got the, you know what I'm saying? Got the Louis Vuitton on. You know, it's about 5. You know what I mean? That's pocket change. I got the Yeezys on. You know, ignorant. You understand? Ignorant. I got the Cybertruck, iced out rims. You know what I mean? Simple. Ignorant people. Ignorant. You know? See, Floyd Mayweather could do it. He's a billionaire. You know? But when you're a thousandaire, what are you doing it for? You're looking stupid. See, Floyd, he does it for entertainment purposes. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? 30 grand to Floyd Mayweather ain't nothing. That's like $10. You know, but when you got these people out here who just trying to show out like they're a billionaire. Trying. You know? Somebody had a picture up of Bill Gates standing outside of a basic restaurant or something like that, in line. Dude had regular clothes on. Now that's cool right there. You know what I mean? You dress like you went to Walmart, wearing Walmart clothes, you're going to get a hot dog or something outside, being normal. That's good. You know what I mean? You don't need to be having an iced out chain. You know what I mean? See, Jalen Hurts, he just got a big contract. 50 grand for that chain that he had on one day. Listen, or however much it costs, that's nothing to him. You know, but you got these silly people out here. Silly. You know what I mean? Silly. You know, I got the coach hat on. You understand? You know what I mean? I got the iced out pinky ring. You know, simple. You did. I got a couple racks in my pocket. You know, I got to go to the bank and I got to pull some more out because this is too light on me. 75 grand is light on me. It's light on my pockets. It's not heavy enough. What? What? 75 grand ain't heavy enough. Man, these people are silly and stupid. You know? Stupid. All right? Henry Ross says, I think the TOG should take over Google, YouTube to buy. Well, honestly, they don't have the money for that. You know what I mean? They don't have the money for that. You know, that's billions of dollars right there, man. Billions. You know? That's billions. Excuse me, my fault. My fault. Looking at Google right now, they say 1.2 trillion. To buy Google is $1.2 trillion. You understand? And even if the truth of God do get it, you know how many people are going to try to stop that? You know what I mean? It's possible. It's possible. Listen, with God, all things are possible. You understand? But that's a good idea. That's a great idea, but 1.2 trillion? Think about it. $1.2 trillion to buy Google. Wow. 1.2 trillion. Man. Wouldn't that be something though, man? Like I said, it's possible, man. That's a lot of money right there. A lot. Prodigal son says, look at Kobe, had it all, now he's gone. EFP says, oh man, I would cry every day if I had to pay $3K in rent. Same here. Same here. Shelly House says, people are going to be out in the street because Trump is cutting Section 8 and they won't be able to pay rent. Trump cutting Section 8? Let me see. Do I agree with that? I think he should cut the people who's trying to live off the government, who's can work but are lazy. I think you need to weed those people out. There's some people that need Section 8. I think they deserve it. But there are others that just so lazy that they just want to live off the government. Okay? All right. Drago says, paying your bills brings comfort following month re-rents. All right. Where we at? What's up with GV? Shout out to you. Sion says, oh, the economy so far gone. Now we're talking about politics. That is going to take this administration at least about a year to fix it. Okay, all right, cool. You know, whatever. Drago says, pain. I think I read that. Sion says, but gas prices have decreased and egg prices too. Well, I guess. What's up with Tiffany Neely? Shout out to you. Christopher Span says, Massachusetts is far the most expensive. It's ridiculous. Wow. Wow. What's the average cost out there to pay rent? Anthony Nelson says, poor people have always struggled to make ends meet. I remember my family having paper food stamps and government cheese and help from social services, and we still do. Wow. Prodigal Son says 3K a month out here in Cali, safest second city in Cali that I'm in. Wow, 3K a month. Oh, Henry Ross says put money in your pockets. I meant, well, if Donald Trump offers to put money in people's pockets, I mean, just like the stimulus, hey, fine. But that doesn't mean he's going to buy my vote. You know what I mean? Thank you. You know, I'll take it. Cool. Appreciate that. You know, whatever. But it's not going to, you know, make me go out there and vote for him the next time around if it happens. You understand? Or it's not going to make me be a Trump follower at the end of the day. You know? All right? Levy says, I DoorDash on the side and work a full-time job while doing cybersecurity program. Long as I got money to pay my bills, I'm good, Tony. I'm learning to let money determine my mood for the day. Well, me personally, I don't agree with that last part, you know, because I don't let money determine my mood on any day. You understand that? Even, you know, during the hard times, of course, you're going to feel some type of way. But I do believe that, you know, well, when the situations would happen, I trusted the Lord. You understand? But me personally, I can't let money determine my mood. I just can't. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. But let me know what you meant by that last part. Maybe you could help me understand what you meant. All right, Drago says they got $300 on top, and the rest is all $100 bills. You talking about what I said earlier? Oh yeah, yep. Henry Ross says, why is up north living is expensive to live? Well, I mean, you got New York City. You got New York City, a popular place. You know what I mean? And if you are in like Weehawken, New Jersey, Hoboken, New Jersey, that's overlooking, you know, the waters and looking over there to New York City, you know, you're basically paying for all that. But mostly over there in Hoboken and Weehawken and stuff like that is like doctors, lawyers, and actors and actresses and stuff like that who live over there, you know. But it's a lot of money, you know, just like California. You know, they got Hollywood, they got places like that where as though a lot of people want to be. You understand that? There's nothing too much, you know, fancy or fashionable about coming to the South too much. Maybe Atlanta, but Atlanta is overpopulated. You understand? Very overpopulated. But up north is something else. Up north is definitely something else over there, for sure. All right. Aaron Michael says, I hope Donald Trump doesn't get rid of Section 8. I'm going to be homeless. If that happens, I'm moving to Philadelphia, staying at the headquarters at First Church. Well, I mean, why not? If he's going to remove Section 8, why not position yourself to get a job or look in certain areas, parts of the country, where as though you can afford this rent, you can afford that rent. You understand? If rent is $3,000 somewhere, and you know Trump is going to cut you off, why not look in North Carolina? You understand that? Why not look at? Because there's some nice spots out here. $900 for one bedroom, $1,000 or whatever the case may be, versus paying $3,000. You understand? If you cut your Section 8 off, you know, instead of you know, going out there and being homeless, and you say you're going to move to Philadelphia, you can't always guarantee that, because remember, the elderly go first before you. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? They go first for the most part. If you got 2 feet, 2 legs, and 2 arms and 2 hands to work, you know what I mean? To go out there and get a job, you understand that? To get a suitable job to help pay your bills, and whatnot. Listen, there's no reason for you to be on Section 8. No reason at all. If you can go out there and get a nice paying job and stuff like that, You know, I remember one time I just wanted to try. I just wanted to try out to fill out for welfare. I want to see what the hype was about. Man, listen, I couldn't get it. You understand? I couldn't get it. Would food stamps come in handy? Sure. Sure. When we was young, back in the day, somebody mentioned the paper food stamps. We was embarrassed to go to the store with paper food stamps. We was embarrassed. Mama send you to the store. Listen, go get some eggs, some bacon. Go get $1 worth of cheese, orange juice, and grits. And here go these food stamps. You understand? You're looking around, see if your friends is around, so they won't walk you to the store. You sneak into the store. Make sure nobody's around. Listen, give me this, give me that. Woo woo. You pay with the paper food stamps. Now in these days, man, an EBT card is golden. Food stamps are golden in these days. And I know some of y'all are buying food stamps over people right now. You know what I mean? They're giving a person $50 so they can get back $150 worth of food stamps. There's some people out there in the background, low riding probably. You buying food stamps off of people. You understand that? You doing that. Listen, I give you $100 in cash if you give me $200 in food stamps. You understand that? That's what we're going to do every month. I know you get $800 in food stamps, so they ain't nothing for you. You understand that? Yeah, some of y'all doing that. Even folks in holiness probably. You doing it. You doing it. You know, sister done got $800 in food stamps because she got 8 kids. You doing it. You know, those out there want to talk about money this and money that, you doing that. Knock it off. Especially when the stimulus came around. Oh, man. They was giving out thousands worth of food stamps. Thousands. Thousands years ago. You know what I mean? Years ago. You know what I mean? All right. I thought you were going to say that comment. That's funny. Johnson says, my daughter have twins, 14-month-old. The daycare that they attend is outrageous. She gets assistance from the state to help pay. After they pay their part, she still have to pay $360 a week. Well, daycare is expensive. Daycare is expensive. You understand? I had 5 kids, and you know, and it's a blessing to position yourself at a job or career that you can take care of your family, take care of yourself, and be okay. You know what I mean? Yes, things could be expensive, but you as a man or whatever, you have to go out there and, you know, you have to get it. You understand? In order to take care of your family at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So daycare is very expensive, man. It is. It really is. Daycare. You know what I mean? And those after-school programs and morning care and stuff like that. All that stuff is expensive. Expensive for sure. So when I see grown men with no kids or one kid talking about they struggling, stop it. Knock it off, man. Knock it off. I don't feel sorry for people like that. I don't. I don't feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? Years ago, I had to work if I had to walk to work for an hour and walk back, and you complaining that you're broke with no kids, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for no man. You know what I mean? Who's crying about things are expensive and they're broke. I don't feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? Did anybody feel sorry for me? No. I had to go out there and get it. You know, back when I was a little younger. You know, but thanks be to God. All right, Henry Ross says, what are Yeezys? Kanye West sneaker. He got an interview out, by the way, that just came out. He's wearing a black KKK uniform. DJ Academics interviewed him. He's really weird, too. Both of them, actually, to me. All right, what's up to Tiffany Neely? He says, I'm from the home of the Buffs. That's all they want to wear unnecessary. If you can see, don't wear glasses. If you can't see, wear glasses, but not that expensive. All right. Let's see where we at. Henry Ross says, can you get rich off of YouTube and who they are? Can you get rich off of YouTube? The answer is yes. I mean, look at iSpeed. Look at Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is probably number one. You know what I mean? He's probably number one. Mr. Beast, you got DJ Vlad. Well, it depends on what's your definition of rich. You know, what's your definition of rich? But people can become rich off of YouTube, off of Facebook. You know what I mean? It all depends. You know, but Mr. Beast is one of them. You know? Mr. Beast is one of them, for sure. Right? Prodigal Son says, hi son, $20K a month. But you got to understand, the government is going to take half of that. Government going to take half of that $20K. So that's not rich. That's not rich. You know, Mr. Beast is rich. You know, iSpeed is rich. You understand? I would say corporate business. Corporate from Chicago. He's rich. You understand? Off of YouTube. You know, Hassan Campbell, nah. He's not rich. You know what I mean? I don't classify that as rich. Just because he wear the nice clothes and stuff like that. He want to make it seem like he's really making money. You know? But compare him to Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? Mr. Beast, he's rich. All right, Mr. Beast, let's look him up. So Mr. Beast got 380 million subscribers. 380 million subscribers, Mr. Beast. Hassan Campbell got what? 487,000. Compare that. You understand that? Do your homework. You know? Like Jay Maine said, do your homework. You know? Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan, because he do UFC commentating. He do the podcast. I think he's also a comedian and stuff like that. You know? But Mr. Beast is number one right now. You know? And he does... Joe Rogan got 19.6 million. Yep. So Mr. Beast started out playing like video games and stuff like that. And he do cool videos, Mr. Beast. You know, he do cool videos, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. And the one thing I like about Mr. Beast is that he helps other YouTubers out also. All right. Tiffany said, trying to show off and live with a mama and with their mama. I guess you meant their mama in the basement. Yeah. Yep. You know, and I understand that some people may need a helping hand, you know, living with their family member. But as a man, you got to get out there, man. You got to get out there and get on your own and pay your own bills, car note, mortgage, straighten up your credit if it's messed up. You know what I mean? That's very important. Straighten up your credit if it's messed up, or keep your credit up to par, for sure. You know what I mean? All right, Levy says, then when you show your dislike for it, they label you as a hater. Detroit is like that. It's about brand name, jewelry, and buffs, you wrote. What's up to TNT? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Henry Ross says, I'll be seeing rich folks go in a car place with a bag full of cash. What y'all think about that? What I think about rich folks who go into a car place, like, you know, a dealership, with a bag full of cash. I mean, hey, if that's their money, if they got 70,000 in their bag to buy a car, then hey, by all means, you know. I mean, that's one of the only ways, one of the ways to buy a vehicle, cash or credit card, debit, whatever. You understand? I mean, hey, if that's what they want to do with their money, cool. Do I think it's safe? No. I mean, just use a card at the end of the day. You know, that's what I'd say. I'm not gonna go to a dealership with a bunch of cash on me. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna buy an expensive car. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a millionaire, listen, give me that car over there that's 25,000. I'm fine. You know, I mean, I don't care if it's pre-owned. You know, I'll be all right. All right. Herb Wise says rich people know exactly how to keep money versus the poor who know how to lose it. You says big facts. What's up, Delora? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. What's up to number 33? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Excuse me. What's up to Ty and Renee? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Let me see where we at. Crystal Span said 2,000, 2,500. Shelly House said that stimulus check was a joke because after they gave it to us, companies raised their prices and got the money back. Wow. Harry Wise says, I don't think Trump is making things higher. It's the powers that be that's doing that. You wrote, says politics as usual. Let's see where we at. What's up to Lamar? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. You says Holy Scriptures gives me a filter on what and how to use my money. You said, is it better to save cash on hand or leave money in the bank? I would say both. Me personally, I'd say both. You know? Appreciate that. Anthony Nelson says, the poor you have with you always, and there are different levels of being poor. You got middle class people need help now because all the firings and laying offs is going to get worse. You wrote. All right. Henry Ross says, is this still the clans down south? I don't know. That I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know about no Klansmen or anything like that. I'm saying the areas that I deliver to, they got Confederate flags, but hey, I don't. You know what I mean? They're some of the nicest people to me. You understand? People talk about the South, about racism, this and racism that. From my experience, it's been on nice people. You know what I mean? From people with Confederate flags or whatever. I don't care. You understand that? Hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day. You know, it's more, listen, I experienced more racism among my own people up north. You understand that? That's what they need to talk about. You know what I mean? Racism among our own. I mean, it's kind of parallel to what's going on in the churches. So-called Christians are going at each other. You understand? All right? Anwar, I ain't talking about that. What's up to Anwar? Shout out to you. EFP says, man, in Philly, you're going to pay a lot for a row house. Levy says, as God-fearing people who are striving for holiness, I feel like some people shouldn't be living above their means. A lot of those people go broke. What's up to SV? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Johnson says, in these states like California, Massachusetts, New York, what are the wages that people make on their jobs? Do they need two jobs? Well, considering New York, you possibly paying $3K a month, because that is a lot of money. That's a lot of money to rent. You understand that? I would think it's better if they're in New York to go buy a house in New Jersey. You understand? Go to New Jersey, go find a house in Willingboro or Burlington, or find a house maybe in some parts of Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? I'd say. But some people need 3 jobs. Some people have a basic job, They may have a side hustle and do DoorDash or Lyft. You know what I mean? They have to. Understand? They have to. A lot of people don't want to, live paycheck to paycheck. All right? Prodigal Son says 85% of people make 60K and 15% make above average 75K and above. Lamar says, don't come to Philly. Gentrification and redlining in the hood. If you're not on assistance, these new apartments are like 1,500. Well, 15. Me personally, I don't like how Philly is set up with the roads and stuff like that. I don't like that. Me personally. North Carolina, Charlotte, they got the nice, apartment housing areas or whatever the case may be. And, it's clean, it's good quality, it's renovated, however you say that word. But Philly, I thought about it at one point. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. I'd rather live in like Williamsboro or Burlington if I want to, go to Philly often. But me personally, nah, I can't do those row houses. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. Or a townhouse. I gotta have a separate. It gotta be some space. For the most part, if I'm going to buy a house. All right, but 15 for an apartment, a new apartment for 15 a month. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. You understand? But I'm not sure if it's like you get extra stuff with it. See, in North Carolina, you may have an area, you renting out a place, but they got the pool, they got a gym, they got laundry room, they got people come pick up your trash, shovel the snow, all that extra stuff that comes with it, for the most part. You know what I mean? So I don't know about that when getting an apartment out there in Philly. I need that extra stuff. I need that extra stuff, man, because I'm not gonna pay $1,500 if I ain't got no gym around here. If you ain't coming to pick up no trash when I need to be picked up or shovel the snow out there, that's just me. Prodigal Son said $2,000 monthly is not bad. He said $2,000. You gotta understand, some people was used to paying $500 a month at one point. You know what I mean? Some people was used to that. Then it went up to $900. Then it jumped up to $15. You know what I mean? So it was tough for a lot of people coming from paying only $500 a month for rent. You know what I mean? All right. John Smith says happiness is happenstance. It happens by chance. He says what you seek is joy. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. What's up to DJ Grant? He says money can help make things easier, but overall can't make you happy inside. Wonderful. Shelly House says, what about people who get PCA workers who are family members just to receive money? They get $20 an hour to clean and shop for you, up to 40 hours a week, and they sit down when they come. Hey, that's cool. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? But $20 an hour, a lot of people, especially those in New York and California, Massachusetts, they look at $20 an hour as, nothing. You know what I mean? Folks in New York, listen, some of them gotta at least be making $50 or $60 an hour. 50 or 60. You know what I mean? But I would say, if you got like lazy family members or somebody who's struggling to find a job, that could be good for them. That could be good for them, or those who want to be around their family members as often as possible, and love to take care of their family. Anthony Nelson says, whatever blessings God send your way, accept it with joy and praise Him. Wonderful. Aaron Michael says some people are physically able to take care of themselves but have mental illness that prevents them from working. That's an excuse, honestly. That's an excuse. You know what I mean? I say that's an excuse. You know what I mean? Because, listen, me personally, I'm not having no adults living with me if you ain't doing nothing. I don't care what's wrong with you mentally. You could say this, I got mental health issues. I need a place to stay. No. Nope. Listen, that could work on auntie and them. That could work on grandma and mommy and all that stuff. Ain't gonna work on a firm man. You know, we got grandmothers out there that's still taking care of our uncles. You know, uncle's still living in that same room when he was a baby. He's still in that same room, smoking, drinking. You got mental illnesses, but you're drinking. You're smoking all day. You're eating up all the food all day. You got mental illnesses? You listen, ain't nothing that wrong. You eating up all the food in the refrigerator. You ain't that messed up. You love to eat. You understand? Oh, when you hungry, why when a person with mental illnesses, when they hungry, oh, they know when to get something to eat. Yeah, okay. Right. Right. When they want some money, they know when to ask. Mental illnesses? Really? Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm strict. Sorry, but not sorry. I'm strict. Ain't no grown man, no grown woman, if you're lazy, if you got the activities of your legs, your arms, and everything. You know what I mean? You gonna listen, either you work, go to school, or get out. You know what I mean? Get out. You know? So a lot of us may have, you know, a grandmother, because grandmas, they got nice, tender hearts. You know, they 50-year-old son, because they consider the 50-year-old son still their baby. He's lazy. He's smoking all day. You understand? He's drinking beer all day. You know? Nah. No way. I can't. No. All right, Drago says, Mr. Beast is making millions from YouTube. Absolutely. Smart guy. Smart guy. To my knowledge, he don't make wicked videos. You know what I mean? To my knowledge, I never heard anything bad about Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? So Henry Ross, yes, you can become rich, like a Mr. Beast. See, Joe Rogan he already had money. You know what I mean? Working for, you know, the UFC and stuff like that, commentating and whatnot. You know, but guys like iSpeed and, you know, they put in the work on social media. Lamar said you can get rich off of YouTube, but it seems like people drama. I guess you meant people like drama and suffering, getting the most views and being goofy and sexual. Yeah. You know what? Those people reach a certain extent. You know what I mean? That type of stuff reach a certain extent. But when you got the mindset in what you putting out like Mr. Beast, that's elite level right there. You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't look to be rich on YouTube. They just want to put out videos and stuff like that. I mean, hey, if it happened, it happened. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, Prodigal Son said Mr. Beast gives thousands away. He sure do. All right, Tanya Renee says, my granddaughter Amelia says she wants to be on YouTube. I told her finish school. She can go to college only in 3rd grade, and she wants a vacation. I mean, there's kids that got YouTube channels that their parents monitor. You know, can a kid excel off of YouTube? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look at Ryan Toys. You know what I mean? It's positivity that a child can, you know, put in videos. You know what I mean? They could, you know, teach their ABCs or read an ABC book, and people would find that fascinating and whatnot. You know what I mean? People eat food on YouTube, and a lot of people just find that fascinating. You know what I mean? Anything a person do, they could drink water. I'm going to do a taste test on this water versus Great Value water from Walmart. Look at the two right here. This one and that one. Y'all ready? They prolong it. This is what they do because people love to watch that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, it's easy to do. You know what I mean? But me personally, stuff like that, it's not my thing. I can do it, but you know, I mean, it's kids out there that got YouTube. Virginia laughing. There's people out there that got YouTube channels, and they're young. You know, you know, people just find things fascinating. I remember, I think we were sitting down. Um, I think it was Ron Skoleski, Gino, and C-Rock. I think this is when he came to us with the idea of doing the interviews. Ron Skoleski said, "You know how people are so much interested in you, Gino, that they would watch you even if you went to the supermarket to buy food or something like that." He said, and you know what? He's right. You know how many people will watch Gino Jennings if he had a personal YouTube channel? You know what I mean? Even if he was cooking bacon, there'll be thousands of people watching him and commenting on his YouTube channel. You understand that? I'm pretty sure folks have encouraged, listen, get your own personal YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And there will be thousands or millions just watching him, even if he was exercising, cutting the orange, eating strawberries or something like that, going to the supermarket. Folks would watch that. He could go to the supermarket, buy some fruits, and you know there's gonna be a hater in there. Your doctrine is there. You understand? It's always gonna be a hater. It's always. You know what I mean? Always. The man gonna be talking about, listen, I like this type of water, Poland Spring. You know what I mean? It's fresh. It's 23.7 fluid ounces. They talk about Gino Jennings, you this, Gino Jennings, you that. You know? It's crazy. But if Gino had a YouTube channel, you know what I mean? That'd be cool. But hey, it is what it is. You understand? All right? Anthony Nelson said, you're absolutely right. You're talking to Aaron. SV says, I just found out who Mr. Beast was recently. He was giving back to the people in West Philadelphia last week. Yeah, he gives a lot back. Heard Wise said, Joe Rogan started off smoking trees on the couch. Now look at my guy you wrote. Prodigal Son says, anyone with millions of subscribers are doing well. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. If you got 1 million subscribers and, you put out a video or whatever the case may be, sometimes, companies don't want advertisement on your YouTube channel too much. You know what I mean? Because it's not clean. You know what I mean? When somebody was speaking about that, a lot of people like a lot of nonsense and gossip and stuff like that. Companies don't want to be a part of that too much. You know what I mean? For the most part. And some people buy followers. Some people buy subscribers. You know what I mean? They could be real subscribers, but it's not organic. At the end of the day, organic people are people who genuinely watch your channel, genuinely watch your videos, for the most part. You know what I mean? So one has to be very, very careful with, subscribers at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Especially with these bots. You know what I mean? Even if you're not buying subscribers, sometimes bots could be on your channel. And, it's good that YouTube cleans it up for the most part. But I believe it needs to be more done work when it comes to that. Because, for example, when you put a video out, YouTube doesn't send notifications to all your subscribers. Or even if a person subscribe, hit the notification bell, and they still don't get the notification. You know what I mean? But for those who got millions of subscribers and it's organic, yes, I agree. They are doing well for the most part. EFP says credit. You said you need money to keep your credit up to par. For sure. Absolutely. Let's see how much time we got left. We got to see how much time we got left so we can knock off. Bear with me. Let's see. I'm just trying to see where we at. All right. You gotta forgive me for this one. I think we go for about maybe 10 more minutes. Let's do about 10 more minutes. And then we'll knock off. About 10 more minutes. And we should be good. And let's go back to the comments. What's up, Natal? You said money doesn't buy happiness. I used to buy everything that I wanted when I made money, then take it back when I didn't want it anymore. SV says, I believe that all high school schools need to have finance classes. Yep. Yep. I agree with you. Aaron Michael says, I suffer from depression, so it's hard for me to maintain a job. I'm only 44 years old. I suffer from mental health issues, but at least I have Christ. I mean, me, I'm strict, man. You understand? I'm a strict guy. I'm just too strict. You understand? If I had a family member like that, I don't want to hear that. You understand? I want to hear that. You're going to work. You understand? We're going to find a job for you that's more suitable for you. If you got to work from home on a computer, whereas though you listen, you in your place. You ain't around people. All you got to do is send out emails and stuff like that. That's it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of at-home jobs that pay good money. There's a lot of at-home jobs. You know what I mean? So a person having depression problems, that's not going to work here with me. You know what I mean? I got family members that, you know, try to play like they got mental health issues and stuff like that. Even if they do, you're not coming here. You're not coming here. It's not going to work. You know what I mean? There's a lot of opportunities out here for the most part. You know, maybe become a counselor, a depression counselor. You understand that? You get involved in that. You know what I mean? How do you handle depression? Where did it come from? Talk to the people who got depression more than you. You understand that? Simple. It's stuff out here for people. You know what I mean? If I could see a person in a wheelchair working, you understand? If I could see a person with no arms working, if I could see a person who got Down syndrome working or autism working, there ain't no excuse for a person with all the activities and they say, listen, I'm depressed. Here though, you got this person with autism. Who is that? Tiki Barber or something like that? Or Rondé Barber? One of them was autistic. Did you know that? Was it autistic or sickle cell? One of them. A football player. You got football players, you got lawyers and stuff like that in worse conditions. No excuse. No excuse. How you know I don't have mental health issues? You understand? How you know my mental health issues ain't worse than yours? How? You know what I mean? I'm just about tough love. You know what I mean? Depression. And you got the activities of your arms and your legs. You depressed, right? You ain't depressed when you go in that refrigerator to get something to eat. You ain't depressed then. You You know what I mean? You're hungry. I'm going to give you something to eat. Depression ain't bothering you then. You know what I mean? You turn on my lights, run my bills high, depression ain't bothering you then. You understand? So folks out there, miss me with all that stuff. Miss me with all that stuff. You hear me? Folks want to talk about they depressed. You ain't depressed when you want to eat up all my food, though. Or mama and them food. What's wrong with these folks out here? You know? I'm saying that because I got family members like that. Family members. One family member, I'm not going to say his name, but he got over a $300,000 settlement from the city. You understand that? Listen, was he depressed spending all that money? Did he have mental issues spending all that money? No. But once he got broke after a couple of years, now something wrong with him? Yeah, okay. Right. You understand? The man got over $300,000 off a settlement because a cop beat him up. You understand? So I'm very, very hard on that. Very. You know, because he got $300,000 off of a settlement. Nothing was wrong with him then. He on Facebook buying stuff and, you know, showing out. Right. But I thought when he got beat up, the situation when the police officer messed him up. He wasn't messed up when them checks was coming in. You know what I mean? But people do have depression issues and mental health issues and stuff like that. But there's those out there who are still working. You know what I mean? Who suffer from depression. Who suffer from, you know, thoughts of unaliving themselves and whatnot. You know what I mean? Sometimes that could be therapeutic if you work or whatever the case may be. It could be therapeutic instead of just sitting around and, oh man, I'm idling my time. I got this stuff on my mind. You know? All right? Let's see. Shelly House says I'm leaving enough money in the bank to pay my bills, and my daughter knows if anything happens, there is no money for her because she has already got hers and spent it. Cool. What's up, Leo? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. First head start to holiness, because I truly know by experience that money doesn't make a person happy. The rich folks are angry and the poor are angrier all over money. We all need to get a different mindset and get off that rat wheel. You said rat wheel. What's up with the Okie? That's funny. Shelly House says, I sold my house in South Carolina and my mortgage was only $600 a month, but my mortgage in Boston was high. So I said, you can't live in two houses, and my daughter didn't want to pay rent. So buy. You wrote $600. Yeah, South Carolina got some good houses and good prices, for sure. You know what I mean? All right, we're coming to a closing. If you got any last closing remarks. If you got any last closing remarks, feel free to leave it in the chat room, for sure. You know what I mean? We had a good conversation, you know, about, you know, does money brings happiness, sadness, or whatever the case may be. You know, Lord willing, tomorrow, TNT. TNT, what up? He said Wednesday going to be fire. Wednesday. Listen, Masters. I hope you're listening. I told you I had something for you. I told you, Mathis, if you listen, he gonna be listening on Wednesday though. So Wednesday we having Minister Petrie. He was under LC Mathis. Ah man, wow. You know what I mean? Y'all told me that Brother Jordan and Petrie wasn't with Mathis. I didn't know. You know what I mean? I guess Petrie caught wind of that, and he wanted to, you know, tell it all about Mathis. Mathis is messy. I didn't know Mathis was that messy. Wow. Wow. Oh, man. Wow. I didn't know that. But I'm going to let Petrie tell it. Let him talk. Let him answer the questions from the chat room. I'm going to put the link out. You know, if people want to come on and ask some questions and what have you about Mr. Mathis. Messy Mathis. Somebody, you said messy mattress. Messy mattress. Prodigal Son says Wednesday, not SmackDown. All right. SV says, I don't want to quote scripture, but in the book of Job, he went through all of that. Not once did it say he was depressed. Lamar says, yeah, them unalivened thoughts are bad, but God shows me how blessed I am compared to my family. Depression and anxiety are like popping the wheels of a rolling car. Slows you down when you are your way, you wrote. Leo says, everything we have in life is borrowed and we can't take it to the grave. Don't worry too much about your financial state. Get your soul right. Cool. Appreciate that. All right, we're going to end it. Thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for viewing. Tomorrow, Lord willing, we'll be on again with some more good conversation. For sure. Oh, you're talking to EFP. All right, at Christopher Span. God bless everybody out there. I hope everybody have a wonderful night, a wonderful sleep. I'm Tony Harvin signing off on the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. I'm out. Peace.